We are about to go on our first tour in Spain. It's a free tour.
Have you ever heard of free tours in Europe? This is completely real, and you get to discover beautiful cities with expert local guides at no cost. We spent 6 months in Europe last year and a month in Spain this year, and we tested out all kinds of free walking tours for you. In this video, we're taking you along on our adventures through 4 incredible Spanish cities: Barcelona, Valencia, Granada, and Seville.
Want to tour Spain for free? Watch for our experience with these free walking tours, and we will give you our honest reviews and show you where to book.
Hey, I'm Kathleen,
And I'm Tan, a bar manager.
and bridal designer turned full-time travelers.
We left the hustle culture behind. It just wasn't for us.
Join us on our travels as we share helpful tips and search for the most livable city for our new lifestyle.
We are about to go on our first tour in Spain. It's a free tour. Show us around Barcelona.
No, I'm sorry. I just booked this morning because the other tour we booked, which is a food tour, got cancelled today, and then we moved it to next. So I was just like, what do we do? So book this instead. Like literally last minute. Sorry. Free walk tours are amazing in Europe. They're so good. There's so many of them, and they actually we had so much fun on a lot of them, right?
Yeah.
And then you just tip them at the end, however much you want. Yeah.
Yeah. But the downside with free tours, they need to have a minimum number.
That's right. That's why they cancelled it today, because they didn't have enough numbers. That was their reason. But they cancelled it this morning. So
We had that happen to us once before as well when
In
we were
Venice.
in Venice. Yeah.
but the guy still turned up
Yeah.
to wait for us, to tell us in person.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, but can you do the tour now? And he just did, I don't know, he didn't want to. So I was like, I really wanted that one.
I know. And he looks so upset too.
He was upset that people cancel on the last minute, literally an hour before. Anyway, we're about to get started in minutes. We're going to be walking a lot. 20,000 steps is generally sounds about right in Europe.
It's going to be 2.5 hours.
Roman style.
It is Roman something.
Okay.
For the bingo. So this is
I literally was going to say that.
Roman aqueduct that would bring water into the first settlement that we had to receive. And keep in mind, you only see the top of the aqueduct. It continues about 2 meters or 10 feet under the level of the city today. And I always like to draw the city of Barcelona is like a lasagna. We have layers of pieces on top of one another, and of course the Roman layer is actually the lowest one.
Catalan is their own language, guys. Not a dialect of Spanish. Remember that. Important information. Church bells are ringing.
You see the roses?
Yeah. Oh, they're so pretty though. Oh, they're so pretty. Look how long they are.
Big, hey?
Oh, wow.
St. Jordan.
St. Jordan's Day on Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
Oh, they're so
And dragon.
pretty.
Depends a little bit, you can do this. First things first. How is everyone doing?
Good.
Good. You know, when you feel like if you have questions or whatever, I'm gonna stay for a couple more minutes. So, anything particular you can let me know.
Overall, for kicking off our Spanish journey and understanding Barcelona's layer history, we thought our guide did a very good job. This tour was themed around Barcelona's history and showed us some amazing Gaudi architectures. Our guide was very knowledgeable and she also gave us some good tips on where to find great local eateries, which was a bonus.
Okay, we have the free walking tour today in Valencia.
It's a history tour that you found on Guru
Walk.
Was it the Guru Walk system?
Yes, Guru Walk.
They're amazing. This is like one of our favorite things to do when we go to a new city. It's do a walking tour. Get to know the city and then got some recommendations and explore. It's so windy today. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's the sun's out. Cool.
So we just wait a little bit for the tour.
Starts at 3, so we're here 5 minutes earlier. Always arrive a little early and chill and sign in. It's so pretty.
So you know, most cities are based on the side of a river. Valencia was too. Do you know the name of the river of Valencia?
It stands in the description.
The Turia.
So this is used to be the river, and that is the riverbank. Now it's turned into a park.
Became well known, no? But here in Valencia, but they were also quite powerful, wealthy, so they had plenty of castles and palaces. This is the Palace of the Borgia in the There's an archaeological site under our feet. Most things you'll find here are public facilities. Just in front of you is the bathhouse. There's a grain keeping space. There's also the Via Augusta, a piece of the Romanesque road going from Rome to Portugal, and it first through Valencia right under our feet. Peninsula of Iberia. Most of it in 9 years, except territory open in North Asturias, where the Christian persisted, And also the cranks stop your expansion and they retreat to the Pyrenees area, the Marca Hispanica. These two Christian communities start to push down, and this is something known as the Reconquista, the reconquest, which happened. Beautiful. It must be so expensive, just like this. How much do you think it costs to dress like a fallera? How much do you think it costs?
A lot.
Give me a number.
5,000.
No.
Yes, now.
Oh, at least 1,000 euro. I'd say more like 10,000. No.
2,600.
Depends on whether they're handmade or not.
5,000.
Okay, yeah, you're quite on the spot, okay? 3,000 is the minimum.
And that was it for our tour in Valencia. Overall, we thought our guide did a good job explaining Valencia's rich heritage from its Roman roots to its golden age as a silk trade hub. Tan was particularly impressed with the artistry of the city, from the ancient architecture to the modern street art.
The only thing we felt missing from this tour was the earphones. It was hard to hear at times, especially if you're part of the big group and surrounded by a lot of other tourists or traffic.
Yeah, here's a local.
Doing a free walking tour today.
Again,
For the Albaicín and Sacromonte area.
we've already sort of been over the other day, but it was so pretty. It's still a more in-depth tour.
And this is our guy.
Everybody checking?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's come here closer, please. Right. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Granada. Welcome to Walking Granada. Anybody been in a free tour before?
Yes.
You don't? Nada. I don't want to see any mosques here. I want to destroy all of them to build new churches. But what happened? They realized that we had so many mosques in Granada, we had to destroy all of them to build again. That would be so expensive. What they did, they converted most of the mosques in churches, or they Christianized as much as they can.
So now we are going to walk down to the street. It's supposed to be the most beautiful roads in the world. With a sea of people.
So many people.
Do you know how I can recognize the bitter and the sweet orange tree?
Oh, the leaf.
Let's come here closer. Always the bitter orange trees, they have a big leaf and they have a little one here.
Oh.
Okay. If they have the little one, that means those oranges are bitter. We are not eat them.
We got congestion up ahead. We don't know what's going on actually. Nobody knows. Even our tour guide's like not sure. Maybe they're training for the session. I mean, it looks like they're carrying something very heavy, and it all got like a special head idea on. Interesting. Oh.
Oh, they went
We're
already.
gonna go around. No,
Alright.
we go there.
Oh.
It's gonna take a while.
Oh my god, imagine the block us here.
Vámonos. La izquierda por igual.
They used to live the three cultures at the same time. They used to live Muslims, Christians, and Jews. We had a Jewish quarter which was Realete, very close to the city center.
And it's got better seating, the flowers. It's so pretty.
It's beautiful garden.
It's beautiful, the garden.
Actually, I feel like here it's a bit closer. I feel a little bit closer compared to.
Yeah, of course.
I think it is closer.
Will probably be the
We are entering Sacromonte.
Cave, where the gypsies lived in caves. I could see the caves up on the hill, like the white. Do people still live there now?
Yeah.
That's a question I have to
people-
ask. They still live there.
Yeah, let's do it.
Wow.
Another view.
Another beautiful view. Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, we are entering the cave house area.
We're not going inside, I don't think.
No, we're not.
Okay, bro.
Let's say the area.
Ah.
But they changed the name of the 16th century because they found the rest of the patron saint of Granada, Saint Cecilia. So the Vatican decided to change the name of this neighborhood for Sacromonte. Sacromonte means Mount Sacred, and they made an abbey on the same place. Here in Sacromonte, we used to have more than 3,000 caves, but now we conserve around 1,500.
Okay, we are going to cave house. It's €1 per person.
How much?
$2. Oh, it's so low, the ceiling. Look how low the ceiling is.
It's nice.
It's cool in here though.
Yeah.
It is cool. But like imagine a room, like you just stay here, like it's a room but it's so dark. Although the installation is very good. Oh, this is a bedroom.
This is a bedroom.
That's quite nice.
Yeah, nice Airbnb.
Stop it. That's quite nice. Shall I lay down?
All right, we just finished our tour and it was great.
It was good.
Yeah, I love it, yeah.
It was a bit of a walk because obviously going uphill to Albaicín and Sacromonte. But it was really lovely and it's taken us to some really nice viewpoints of Alhambra,
Yeah.
which we otherwise we wouldn't have found it ourselves.
Yeah.
That last spot was gorgeous. It was really cool.
Yeah.
So
And I like him too. He explained a lot of things. Yeah, like tells a story.
informative, nice storytelling, a little bit of humor, it's a nice blend.
Yeah.
He had a big group as well, so to look after that many people can't be easy, but he did a really good job.
Yeah,
He gave us some really nice local tips and also shared a bit about, if you missed out on tickets to Alhambra, how you could get it. And it was nice.
Yeah. So, Ruben, Ruben
Ruben
from Walking Granada.
That's it.
All right, we are walking to our meeting point with the free walking tour today. I think that's a good green umbrella, I guess so. It's a walk with, I think, Guru walks this one. It's such a nice day today. Beautiful.
Yeah.
So first impression, Seville is quite nice. It's wider than a lot of the cities we've been to.
Yeah.
Quite pretty, a lot more boutique-y like little things like juice bars and little coffee shops and hey, we've got to check in.
And your name is? First of all, my name is Samuel. I am an official tour guide and I'm also a local. Was born and raised here. I will be your tour guide for the next 2 and somehow 15 minutes. We will go around the most important highlights of the city. We will see some hidden gems. We will go through the old town, and also we will end up in one of the most beautiful sites that are in Spain, the so-called Plaza de España. Before we start, we always provide some instructions so that the tour runs nice and smooth.
Ceramic.
That's an important thing. Anything else?
Flamenco dancing.
Flamenco dancing, that's also a very big thing. Did you know anything about Seville?
Was it used to be a
The capital
of the Islam back in the day?
During the Almohad Empire. Anything else around here? I'm asking you because I'm also curious and I want to see my city from your eyes. Basically, I want to let you know that there's a lot about this city. This city is very, very old. This is very rich from the cultural point of view. This has been the cradle of many civilizations, and they have established here during the peak of the blossoming. I'm talking about very important civilizations. What else do we see here? Coastlines, the floor. They are the so-called irrigation channels. They played a key role. Was nothing but keep those orange trees properly irrigated. The study, they concluded that not only it was so good, but they claimed that they were sure that they implemented this foundation system to prevent its collapse due to a major earthquake. From Roman period, from the city of Italica. Actually, there's another one here that provided important information regarding a family, wealthy, that was trading olive oil to the city of Rome. Yeah.
So you notice there's a lot of like real food specialties. It's like their food options are a bit more like focused on organic and like whole foods in comparison to everywhere we've been, which is like tapas and wines, and it's quite decadent. Well, it's cool here.
We're in the tourist quarter.
Actually, it is an X-ray out of a building. What we would see is that. So now we're going to continue. We will see how streets they get nothing but narrower and narrower. Get to the origins of this, you have to go deeper underground, at least 3 more meters. Okay.
So pretty.
The streets of Seville is very pretty.
Yeah.
It's actually much prettier than Granada. And I thought that was already quite pretty.
People visiting Seville for different reasons: tourism, gastronomy, weather, language school, flamenco. I know people, they left the entire life, they left everything behind, and they came here for the sake of flamenco. We have Seville's cathedral. On the other hand, we have Seville's Alcazar. This is the oldest royal palace there is in use. How they built. We have the main gate open. We have the space in between called a one. We have a narrow fence for the sake of air to breeze to flow freely. So what have we got later on? We have a central gorger with no ceiling. So basically, that's the reason why it's so fresh and good.
Can feel it.
So imagine
feels like
whenever it
conditioning.
is summer in Seville and across, that's so cool. So for me, it's like
You
I
feel the
all
air conditioning,
all
the way
kinds
it's
of
built.
You know, the trade was run by gypsies. So this became very popular.
It's got like a little fake Venice canal thing. Wow.
Was this construction, or it was the Spanish Pavilion? The Spanish Pavilion, in where was this inaugurational ceremony of this Iberian American exposition took place. They set up a stage right there where the two bridges are in between.
We were super impressed with our guy here in Seville. He was very knowledgeable and made it so easy for us to learn about the rich history of Seville with his storytelling. We would say he was one of the best guides we had in Europe so far.
So there you have it. Our incredible journey through Spain mostly started with free walking tours. If you're going to visit Europe, we recommend booking a free walking tour as your first priority. They're not just about saving money, they're about getting that authentic local perspective, deep dives into history, and truly connecting with the places you're exploring. Thanks for walking through Spain with us. We hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, keep exploring!